The high-rise condo and Noah are mine to take. We're gonna enjoy our newlywed life, so you better just get out already. Witnessing the betrayal of my beloved husband and my dear friend left me stunned. They both looked down on me with disdain, laughing. I had turned a blind eye until now, but I've reached my limit. Moreover, both of them are under a huge misunderstanding. Especially Kelly, who thinks she's stolen Noah from me. I was shaking, clutching my stomach in fear and disbelief. She's crying. Noah, you're terrible. Can't help it, can we? Hey, hurry up and stop crying. Don't show us that ugly face. Thinking I was devastated and crying, they were bewildered when I laughed. The condo's in my name. And I won't let them mock me any further. It's time for a comeback. My name is Maria, and I'm 40 years old. I live with my husband, Noah. Baking sweets is my hobby. I once dreamed of becoming a pastry chef and trained under a professional. But after realizing how tough the pastry world is, I gave up on that dream. However, my interest in baking never faded, and I would spend my weekends baking. When I visited a local bakery for research, there was Noah, working as a pastry chef. Falling in love with his chocolate cake, I started leaving thank you notes on the feedback forms. I love the not too sweet, bitter flavor of the chocolate. Thank you for the delicious cakes every time. I've always been introverted and found it hard to interact with people. I could hardly initiate conversations and could only express my feelings through writing. Noah would talk to me with a smile. So you're the one who's always eating my cakes. Your feedback is encouraging, he said, smiling like the sun, and our relationship quickly deepened. As both of us were interested in sweets, we began to talk more. Claiming it was for cake research, we started going out for meals, which led to dating. You really understand me. I love you. With those words, he proposed, presenting a ring. I accepted Noah's proposal. My parents were delighted, especially my dad, who seemed to like Noah a lot. Instead of a wedding ceremony, my parents gave us an unused high-rise condo as a wedding gift. Noah opened his own bakery, showcasing his talent. I'm not good with the finances of the shop. I'd like you to handle them. So, I took charge of the accounting. Being involved in Noah's shop reminded me of my pastry training days. Though I had given up once, it felt wasteful to let my experience go to nothing. Since we had some empty rooms in the condo, I set up a kitchen in one and started holding baking classes. Customers began to come, and I would consult Noah about cake making from time to time. The sweet smell filled our home, and at first, it was a very happy time. However, after 10 years of marriage, Noah started to mock me. Must be nice for you. Just staying at home, playing around every day. I'm investing in stocks, you know. And I run the classes, which you know about. That sort of play pretend doesn't count as work. And the cakes and macarons you make aren't good at all. Saying this, Noah went to work. I realized why Noah had been in a bad mood lately. He had hired Sam, a friend from his pastry chef days. Initially, they worked hard together, but Noah seemed unhappy as Sam began to gain recognition in the pastry world. Being in a leadership position comes with its own set of worries. I tried not to worry about Noah and went shopping for the next baking class. Maria? Kelly. Long time no see. Suddenly, my old friend Kelly, who had been proactive in talking to me in high school when I was shy and introverted, called out from behind. She taught me the ropes of youth, inviting me to go out and more. After high school, she married and moved out of state but came back after a bad marriage. I've been so bored lately. Then why not try baking? I run a baking class. Only if you're interested, though. Inviting her was a mistake I deeply regret now. Kelly's eyes sparkled the moment she saw my house. Maria's place is amazing. Such a modern kitchen. You caught yourself a rich husband. Well, it's not really like that. Come on, don't be modest. Kelly quickly excelled in the classes, thanks to her innate skill. Wow, you've mastered macaron making already? I used to bake cakes a lot back in the day. But your husband's a professional pastry chef, right? Can't I learn directly from him? After attending the class a few times, Kelly started saying she wanted to learn directly from Noah. Sure, I've trained before, but Noah might be able to offer better advice than an amateur like me. Noah has been pretty stressed lately, so maybe teaching a beginner might help him relax. Hoping for that, I talked to Noah. Yeah, I was actually looking for a change of pace. I'll make some time this weekend. Thank you. And then, on the day. Nice to meet you, Noah. I'm looking forward to today. Welcome. Maria's been talking about you. To think you live in such a fancy condo. Noah, being a famous and successful pastry chef, Maria is so lucky. Flattery will get you nowhere. Pastry making is delicate, so feel free to ask if there's anything you don't understand. Saying this, the two disappeared into the kitchen. I prepared tea perfect for cake, wondering if they'd like milk or sugar with it. When I went to ask, they were chatting and laughing together. Noah, you're so handsome. Maria is so lucky. Really? I'm flattered to be praised by a beautiful woman like you, Kelly. Kelly, the same age as me, looked stunning, possibly because she takes good care of herself, looking like she was in her early 30s. Noah seemed delighted to be praised by a beautiful woman like Kelly, showing a side of him I rarely see, which made me feel a bit sour. And when I entered, Noah visibly grimaced. Do you two want milk and sugar in your tea? What's that? You should just figure that out yourself. I don't mind either way. Noah, please start teaching me how to make sweets. They brushed me off and started making sweets on the kitchen counter. I felt like I was intruding on their world, starting to feel a sense of rejection from them. I've taught you the basics of cookie and macaron making this time, but do you think you can do it at home? If there's anything you don't understand, feel free to come back. Thank you so much. I'm a bit of a dummy, so I might need to ask several times. That's fine. Hey, why not come to my bakery sometime? I'll make time for you. Noah, you're so kind. If only Noah were my husband. Kelly was leaning on Noah, flirting. When I coughed, they hurriedly parted, but was Kelly always this bad at gauging distance? This discomfort ballooned like a pancake during a phone call later that night. Noah is really nice, huh? I mean, finding a handsome pastry chef is rare. Thank you. Noah and I met at the bakery. I wish I could remarry someone like him. A handsome pastry chef is something to brag about to anyone, right? I felt a twitch in my shoulder at those words. Kelly is blunt, so maybe she's like this with everyone. But my intuition, or woman's intuition, made me feel that Noah could be swayed by Kelly. Yet, there's no proof of that, and outwardly, I can't just label Kelly in such a manner. After all, she's my best friend, she wouldn't betray me. Trying to shake off this uneasy feeling, I interacted with her as usual. One day, while at the sweets class, Kelly approached me with a box. Inside were colorful macarons and icing cookies. Amateurish, but noticeably improved. Wow, not many can make these to this level. Really? Maybe it's because of the tips Noah gave me. Hey, can we eat these together? I want a professional's opinion. Okay. I'll serve them tonight. Kelly smiled happily at that. The bakery closed for the night as usual. And Noah and I went home. Welcome back, you must be tired. Yeah. His attitude towards me turned cold, unlike how he was with Kelly. Kelly made some macarons and cookies. She really wants you to try them. If Kelly made them, I guess I'll have some. Lately, Noah often complained about my cooking and left food uneaten, but he devoured Kelly's sweets. My cooking always faced criticism, but not this time. Well, if it's said that cooking and sweets are quite different, that's all there is to it. Noah, you liked these sweets so much. Kelly will be happy to hear that. Indeed, the macaron batter was perfectly crispy and delicious. With more practice, it might even be good enough to sell at the store. Thinking this as I enjoyed Kelly's sweets, Noah made a terribly snide comment. Kelly's macarons are insanely delicious. It really does make a difference who makes them. Unlike an old lady with wrinkles like you, someone ambitious like Kelly can make something this tasty. Hey, what do you mean by that? Usually, I'd let his sarcasm slide, but this time it was too much to ignore. I confronted Noah. Because when someone as cute and beautiful as her makes them, they turn out delicious. You could try a bit harder, you know? That's no way to talk, is it? What, can't you take a joke? Don't be so serious. Noah turned his face away from me with an expression of utter annoyance, but my heart was trembling at his cruel words. Sure, Kelly is youthful for our age group and more beautiful than plain me. But that's no reason to speak to me like that. However, Noah has been stressed with work recently, so maybe he feels he needs to vent, even if it means being harsh. Thinking this, I swallowed my anger and silently cleaned up the dishes after we ate. 3 weeks later. It seems Kelly has started going to Noah's bakery, chatting happily about it in the sweets class. Getting direct lessons from that handsome pastry chef. Recently he praised my improvements. Oh, I guess that's not something everyone here needs to hear. Her attitude had changed like this. Moreover, Kelly started visiting our house more often, aiming for when Noah was around. I couldn't understand why Noah welcomed her so warmly. Such an amazing condo, it'd be a waste not to show it off. Swayed by Kelly's words, Noah bragged about it every chance he got. This condo comes with its own wine cellar. Not something you'd find at some cheap bar you go to. Well, a wine cellar is probably out of your league forever. You're amazing. That's way beyond me. And look outside. People are like ants down there. Probably crawling around at the bottom for their whole lives. Wanting to assert his superiority in front of Sam, who felt inferior. Noah continued with his arrogant attitude, oblivious to Sam's cold stares. Feeling terrible, I spoke to Sam when Noah wasn't around. I'm sorry for Noah's rude behavior. No, don't worry about it. The food's delicious anyway. But honestly, I preferred the times during our newbie days when we'd buy discount vegetables from a cheap supermarket and make hot pot together. It tasted better then. Noah had no idea his junior felt this way. From that day on, Noah's pompous behavior only got worse. Hey, did you go to that cheap supermarket again? We're celebrities, it's embarrassing, so stop it. That's right. Noah works hard and earns well. It's pitiful to settle for such cheap meat. Noah would check my purchases and receipts, frowning in displeasure. Then Kelly would pile on with complaints, surprisingly bold to meddle in another's household affairs. Worst of all, Kelly, seeking advice from Noah and joining him in looking down on others, became a regular occurrence. At today's sweets class, there was someone struggling with life, working multiple part-time jobs. They're working hard without knowing they're being looked down upon by celebrities like us. That's right. Well, they'll never escape their poor life anyway. Just pity them, Kelly. His late returns home and overnight stays increased. Worried, I asked him, and he said he was busy developing a new cake. But our bakery doesn't have a shower. Yet his clothes often smelled strongly of soap. Hey, you always smell like soap, are you going somewhere? Yeah, I freshen up at the gym on the way home. Don't ask me every little thing, it's creepy. Overbearing old ladies are annoying. The conversation was forcibly ended there. Until now, I had refrained from interfering too much with Kelly or Noah. But they had started mocking even the students from my class and Sam, an important friend to Noah. I couldn't stay silent anymore. Kelly, my students each have their own circumstances, so please don't say anything rude. You were actually worried about that? First off, why are those poor people even coming to a sweets class? Oh, I've decided to get exclusive lessons from Noah, so I won't be attending your class anymore. Kelly had become completely selfish, not even reflecting on her words but instead getting defensive. Seeing no hope in Kelly, I decided to talk to Noah. Hey, your attitude lately has been terrible. Looking down on people like this, Did you? That's disrespectful to Sam. Huh? Why should I care about him? It's his fault for not trying hard enough to surpass me. Stop it. Plus, you're too close to Kelly. It's not right for a married man to act like lovers with someone else. Shut up. You've lost your looks and now you think you can talk back? Kelly is 100 times more respectable than you. Don't touch me, it's disgusting. Noah slapped my hand away. Amidst the throbbing pain in my hand, my heart grew colder. One day. I'm home. Look, Noah. Maria's back. What? You're ruining a good moment. When I returned home from the cooking class, the two of them came out to greet me at the entrance. Why is Kelly here? And why are you two dressed like that? It was Noah's day off from the bakery, so it made sense for him to be home. But Kelly usually let me know when she was coming over. Yet there they were, leisurely tilting wine glasses. The most baffling part was that both of them were in bathrobes. My mind was spinning, and one word came to mind. Affair. Noah and Kelly were in that kind of relationship. Even though I had suspicions, I continued to think of Kelly as a close friend. But what I was faced with was a cruel reality. What's going on with you two? Isn't it obvious? This. Just took a shower. I was enjoying myself with your husband. I couldn't comprehend. Really clueless, aren't you? Don't blame her, she's just dull, Maria. In short, we're dating. You are no longer Noah's wife. Kelly revealed their affair with a triumphant tone. Why would you do this? We were friends. Friends? You were just a stopgap until I snagged a wealthy, handsome husband. Kelly pushed me away with a half-smile. Still unwilling to accept it, I looked at Noah, seeking confirmation. Is it true? You betrayed me? Despite having a wife? That's what I've been saying. You've become a preachy old lady, and it's not fun being with you anymore. I'm such a great pastry chef, and I can't stand being married to someone like you. Maria is just over as a woman. It's obvious Noah would be disgusted. Ever heard of Know Your Place? So, I'm thinking of remarrying Kelly. So, let's get a divorce. He spoke as if he had done nothing wrong, boldly confessing to his infidelity. My fists trembled with rage, and as if to twist the knife, Kelly looked down on me. A renowned pastry chef like Noah deserves better than you. I'll take your condo and your husband. We're gonna enjoy our newlywed life, so you better just get out already. Witnessing the betrayal of my beloved husband and my dear friend left me stunned. They both looked down on me with disdain, laughing. I had turned a blind eye until now, but I've reached my limit. Moreover, both of them are under a huge misunderstanding. Especially Kelly, who thinks she's stolen Noah from me. I was shaking, clutching my stomach in disbelief. She's crying. Noah, you're terrible. Can't help it, can we? Hey, hurry up and stop crying. Don't show us that ugly face. Thinking I was devastated and crying, they were bewildered when I laughed. The condo's in my name. And I won't let them mock me any further. It's time for a comeback. As I lifted my face, they were taken aback by my laughter. I wasn't crying. I was smiling broadly. And then burst into uncontrollable laughter. What are you laughing at? It doesn't make any sense. Have you gone crazy? No, not at all crazy. Kelly, fine, you can have such a man. But this house, I won't give it up. My laughter had them dumbfounded. They were so confident in their blissful future as a high-rise living couple, unaware that it was all a joke to me. What? The property is in my name. Noah has no right to do anything about the condo. And you might not know, but my family provided the startup and operational funds for the bakery. Don't be ridiculous. That's a lie, right, Noah? Kelly frantically questioned Noah, who looked panicked, his eyes darting around. My parents are ultra-wealthy, having built their fortune at a young age. The land passed down from my ancestors, including fields, was going to have a train line run through it, resulting in the sale of that portion of land for $400 million. My parents, being fundamentally frugal, didn't squander this windfall but managed it even more cautiously than before. Sudden wealth can easily change people's mind. Let your guard down and use it wisely, bit by bit. They advised me. Despite their caution with money, they never skimped on my dreams or education, allowing me to learn plenty. I learned about asset management from my parents, venturing into stock investments and real estate operations. However, with substantial wealth comes the potential for trouble. So I've been careful with how I spend money, adhering to my parents' teachings. Thanks to this, my assets, including those from real estate investments passed down by my parents, have significantly increased. In celebration of our marriage, my parents gave us a high-rise condo. Become the best pastry chef. You can do it. They encouraged Noah, supporting his dream and the patisserie. This was the result. Surely you haven't forgotten, Noah? It was because of that my parents helped us out. Well, Noah seemed to finally remember, uncomfortably shifting his gaze. He had gotten too carried away, mistakenly believing he had achieved everything on his own. But now that it's come to this, the condo and the patisserie are confiscated. What? What do you mean? You've been saying you didn't understand the business side of things and left everything to me. Haven't you looked at the finances? Just maintaining a reputable shop in New York costs a lot. Noah had left the management entirely to me, remaining a novice in financial matters. Despite trying to teach him several times that being a shop owner was serious business, he always brushed it off as too bothersome. Even when there were spikes in the cost of ingredients for cakes, Noah barely paid attention. You should just handle those things efficiently without damaging my brand, he'd say, opting out of involvement, leaving me to cover any losses. Finding herself on the outside, Kelly was trembling, realizing her plans had gone awry. So, Noah doesn't have any money? That's not what I was told. That's right, he's penniless. By the way, I'm the one with money. My asset management has probably brought it up to around $3.8 billion. $3.8 billion? Kelly was shocked upon hearing the amount of my assets. However, Noah started laughing. It's all good. Huh? Even if we divorce, I can inherit your father's fortune, right? Then I'll have a huge sum coming in. Your dad praised my cakes and even came to me. Plus, the shop can't run without me. How could he be so foolish to think my father would side with Noah, who disrespects his daughter? Above all, planning around my father's death is unforgivable. Well, if you want this condo, you'll have to buy it from me. It's going to cost a few $1 million, you know, for this place. No problem, I'll pay whatever it takes. How about I settle the payment in one go? Right. Because I'm the one who's going to be a celebrity. Their minds seemed thoroughly diluted to fit their convenience. Disgusted, I made a certain call. Given the circumstances, I'm determined to see them thoroughly ruined. They've trampled on me to this extent, they must pay the price. Plus, they seem to have forgotten something crucial. Hours later, I met with a certain individual and headed back to the condo. Oh look, the loser is back. What now? You're persistent. They welcomed me with condescension, but their faces changed upon seeing the person behind me. It's been a while, Noah. I've heard everything from my daughter, Maria's father, and Sam. I'm so disappointed to see you like this. Noah was weak in front of my father, who was particularly strict about money and morals, making Noah feel suffocated. Cornered by my father, Noah was visibly shaken. You are unbelievable. What? But you were supportive of me. That was because I thought you would cherish my daughter. Do you think you can remain the same after doing this? My father berated him, and Noah's bravado completely deflated. Kelly, next to him, seemed bewildered by Noah's meek attitude. But it can't be that easy to cut off the tie. I'll fight this in court if I have to. After causing such a fault and having the nerve to show your face. Let me tell you, If this goes to court, you're the one who will lose. My father's stern demeanor pressed down on Noah as I pointed my smartphone at him. I've recorded everything up to now. There's no escaping it now. But, property division. If you have $3.8 billion, then at least $2 billion should be mine. I thought you'd say that. But that wealth was from before our marriage. Sure, I've earned money since we got married, but that was through my own abilities, so it doesn't split in half like you think. Noah was visibly deflated, thinking he could claim $2 billion. Also, while the patisserie is indeed in Noah's name, the land is borrowed from my father. If you want to continue there, you'll have to pay for the land as well. Given its prime real estate, we're talking about a figure in the billions. If you dislike it, you'll need to move your shop. Noah's patisserie, being in an area popular with tourists, would suffer significantly if it could not operate there. Especially since Noah had been slacking off in cake making and dumping everything on Sam. He used to never miss a day of making meringue, always diligently holding the whisk. And if you want to live in the high-rise, either buy it or pay monthly rent. It'll be over $20,000 a month, but for a place you've dreamed of living, it's a bargain, right? I can't possibly pay that. What? All that talk about being able to live the high life because you have money was a lie. This ruins everything. Kelly's mouth hung open, on the verge of tears. To be honest, I'm disappointed in you. But, if you give up the shop, I won't ask for the land payment. What about the shop? It can't survive without me. That's why I'm turning to Sam. I've tasted his cakes, and they're delicious. Your cakes used to be delicious too, but now. So, from now on, Sam will be the manager. Noah's shop might seem busy with new customers, but the repeat clientele has dwindled. Especially regulars from the past have stopped coming, noting a change in taste. It's likely Noah's negligence in cake making has become apparent even to them. You thief! Trying to take the shop from me. Hey, Maria! Even if we divorce, keep sponsoring me. Stop being ridiculous and face reality. Why should I fund a traitor who cheated with my best friend? Amidst our argument, a piercing voice rang out. What is this? I quit my job because of this. You said you had money, but I was completely deceived. Kelly repeated how she felt deceived, on the verge of a breakdown. What? You were after money all along. Of course. Just because you're somewhat handsome, don't get carried away. What do you mean by that? Kelly had previously claimed she was mistreated by her ex-husband. But in reality, she had cheated. Kelly planned to marry Noah and then live a lavish high-rise celebrity life. Since the actual celebrity was me, her plan completely backfired. Moreover, she had already racked up a significant debt from splurging on luxury brands and frequent spa visits, anticipating marriage to Noah. You were such a dirty woman. Shut up! I don't need a penniless Noah anymore. Hey, Maria! I'm giving this back, so please forgive me. And lend me some money. We're best friends, right? No way. Since you caused the divorce, you're not my friend anymore. Yet, they continued to rant, dissatisfied. Enough was enough. The absence of any apology from them was the hardest part to swallow. I thought you were the ideal husband. I thought you were my best friend. Don't underestimate the cost of crushing that belief. Don't belittle me. I raised my voice louder than ever before. Kelly flinched at my shout, and Noah collapsed to his knees. The three of us left the high-rise to discuss Sam and the patisserie. Maria, you still love me, right? Don't be cruel with this. As Noah approached me tremblingly, I brushed off his hand. Don't touch me. It's disgusting. The very words Noah once spat at me were now returned to him, and he slumped in defeat. In the end, we involved a lawyer and we divorced. Naturally, Noah and Kelly had to leave the high-rise condo. Afterwards, through my lawyer, I heard about their subsequent situations. Noah's patisserie was handed over to Sam, and Noah had to find employment at another store. However, due to his pride as a former store manager, he couldn't bear to work under someone else and kept ruining his workplace relationships, leading him to change jobs continuously. In the same industry, Noah's bad reputation spread, and he struggled to find re-employment. And Kelly, seeking help from her parents after messing up once again following her previous marriage, was finally disowned after they ran out of patience. Regarding this, Kelly sent me incessant emails begging for financial support.
Maria, you have so much money, it won't hurt you. I just wanted to try living the celebrity life. Please, I'm really out of money. I even borrowed from a shady lender. If this goes on, I'll be forced into a job I hate. Help me. We're best friends, right?
Such emails narrating Kelly's declining situation arrived daily. The old me might have wavered, but now, my heart remains unmoved. Sometimes, when I visit Sam's store, I see he has renovated the previous store and introduced new cakes. Moreover, Sam, who never slacks off, has managed to bring back regular customers and make new ones repeat visitors. One day, as I was visiting Sam's store as usual, the door suddenly opened, and my ex-husband Noah, in tattered clothes and emitting a foul odor, barged in. His appearance was gaunt, shabby, and smelly, his hair full of dandruff. The atmosphere changed instantly, and all the customers frowned. "Noah, what are you doing here? It's all your fault. My life's been ruined because of you all. Everyone's mocking me," he mumbled selfishly with vacant eyes. Seeing his clearly unhealthy state, Sam took Noah into the office, considering the seriousness of the situation. Then, Noah suddenly demanded,
Maria, give me $20 million.
"What?
You have the money, right? Just $20 million. I'll use that money to make a comeback."
It seemed Noah's ability to think rationally had vanished. To call $20 million just shows he doesn't understand the value of money. As I was appalled by his audacity, Noah grabbed my shoulder.
"Stop it. Give it to me. I'm telling you to give it. Please stop it."
Sam tried to pull Noah away from me, leading to a scuffle. Eventually, the police, called by the store staff, rushed in, and Noah was taken away. Noah didn't come to the store anymore after being thoroughly shaken down. Through my lawyer, I was informed that Noah would no longer contact me, but I still installed security services just in case. It was a learning experience about how desperate people can become. My life continues as usual. I still live in the high-rise, continue with asset management, and even expanded the suites classes. With Noah gone, I renovated the room to add more kitchens, hired people I got along with, and increased the frequency of suites classes. We also collaborate on new suites ideas, and the good ones get a limited run at Sam's store. The student numbers grew, and the classes became lively. Surrounded by sweet scents and a friendly atmosphere, I savored my happiness anew.